Hello, hello, guys. How are you? Hello, enemy. I need to see you guys type in the chat. Where am I from? I'm from France. You? I'm choose with microphone. I don't know about the Iran. Okay. Good. Okay, so yeah, as you can see, we're gonna make a lot of mistakes today. You can barely hear my audio. Really? Okay. Huh. Tell me if it's too much, but the audio is a bit weak. Okay. What about now? Yeah, it should be better. I think maybe a little too low. It up a little bit. Ok, c'est bon. Okay, we fine now. Bonjour, bonjour. Hi, everybody. Yeah, the mic is far because it's my monitor's mic. Should be. I don't know. I had a few issues with the mic I was using, and yeah, so that's what I was kind of doing like 20 minutes. Yeah, from now to 20 minutes ago. So yeah, I didn't have the time to really warm up or anything. So I think it's gonna be funny, but yeah, yeah, sound is okay. I mean, hopefully. And I don't even know where the mic is in my monitor. So yeah, we'll see. It'll be fun. So yeah, I'm just gonna draw and talk with you at the same time. So feel free to ask if you have any questions. Um, yeah, I'm kind of mad for the audio, but yeah, it's gonna be fine for you. I don't know if big pens were made in France for the first time, to be honest. I really don't know, but it's kind of the pen I've been using since I was a kid at school. So yeah, I'm kind of used to it, the way it feels in my hand. So yeah, I don't really have any preferences, but this one, yeah, I really like it. Thank you for being there anyway. It feels a little bit weird to be like drawing in front of a camera, but I think I'm gonna get used to it eventually. But yeah, for now it still feels a little weird. Any advice for someone trying to learn art without a formal art education? Cartoon. I don't know. I think it's different for everyone, but um, yeah, for me, because yeah, I can only talk from experience because I'm not a teacher or anything. But I would say you could like draw a lot and know if you're really passionate or not, and yeah, make a lot of mistakes, learn from those mistakes, and eventually, if you feel like you still want to draw, I think you will improve eventually. Yeah, that's what happened to me. Not perfect yet, but I'm yeah having more and more fun. But I would say draw a lot, bored, draw, waiting for a bus, draw. True. Yeah, that's true. Very true. Why do you have gloves all the time? I have tattoos on my hands. Uh, yeah, I don't want people to recognize them. So I mean, people that I know, and also because of the ink. But yeah, mostly for the tats. I don't know what I'm drawing yet because still a bit rusty. I didn't have time to warm up today. How did you study anatomy? From making mistakes and not enjoying what I drew. And also, I drew a lot of figures. Like, that's what I'm trying to do every day. So, that's what I'm going to do after the stream. I'm going to draw figures. I can show you later if you want. Like, I try to fill up a page, figures. And yeah, you know, I think it's easier to draw when you know it's not going to be something you're going to have to show or if you don't have any purpose with what you're drawing. So yeah, I try to fill up pages with figures, and yeah, eventually I get better because I see what I do and I don't like it, and I try to see why and where I fucked up and why I don't like it, and eventually I start not making the same mistakes again. But it takes time. It takes time. Like it's been um 17 days now, and I like barely see any improvement. So like that, like first time that I started learning, that I should learn all the bones, curves, muscles, names, joints. Uh, but it's better to turn them into shapes. Yeah, true. True. Yeah, I think it's basically the same for me. Breaking them down into shapes, and eventually you can like do whatever you want with them. But at the beginning, yeah, breaking it into shapes helps a lot. And yeah, the mistakes that I made is that I really wanted it to be perfect from the beginning, but it's so hard to do. Like, yeah, very hard. So just know that it's gonna take time and effort. I really have no idea of what I'm doing. I really like the post though. Makes me want to draw too. Oh, thank you, thank you. Yeah, I feel the same when I look at other people's art. So I'm glad I can make you feel like this. Like if you want to draw and get better. Yeah, that's how I started actually. Just wanted to be as good as people I like the people I admire and everything. So yeah. Um, I don't know if you guys want me to break down what I'm doing, what I'm thinking, or just draw and talk whenever you ask a question. Because here, kind of lost, for example, here. Like I know the shoulder could be here, somewhere here. But it will depend on where I will draw the head first, the face. I would probably draw the face first, and then it's gonna be easier to draw the rest of the arm, like to put the shoulder at the right spot. Yeah, and yeah, tell me if I like if the sound isn't too, if I don't speak loud enough. It's good. It sounds fine to me. Okay, cool. Because I can maybe like bump it up a little bit. You guys need to. Yeah, I'm so mad. I don't know why the mic isn't working, and I'm not good at this stuff yet. So kind of just gave up at the last minute and yeah, went with the monitor mic. Hope you guys can play music at home because yeah, I forgot to like create a playlist with copyright free musics. But sometimes I like drawing with music and yeah, it always feels kind of awkward to be drawing and talking to you without music on. So I don't know. I feel like you would also need some music, but maybe not actually. I don't know why, but yeah, most of my characters seem to be, I don't know, angry. Um, how old were you when you first started drawing? What inspired you? How old was I? I was in my 20s. I'm still in my 20s actually. And I think uh no, okay. So I was like very young when I started drawing, but yeah, as I often say, I'm not a very patient guy, so I didn't like the fact that I had to like draw the outline, the underline sketch, go back with the outline and everything. That bothered me a lot. So when I reached, I don't know, the end of high school, I stopped drawing, and yeah, from that day I didn't draw a lot until uh, some point in university. Yeah, started drawing again, and yeah, I think that's because I discovered a live drawing session of Kim Jong Gi, and that's the day I discovered that you could actually draw, and like it was acceptable to draw without the underline sketch. And yeah, from that day, I started drawing without underline. But it was really, really sloppy at the beginning. It wasn't like this at all. Here, a big cigar. I would be drawing along too, but my hand's not good now. Yeah, it's okay. I get reminded of the Superani artist when I see works. So cool. Oh, so good. Oh yeah, thank you, thank you. Yeah, it inspired me a lot. But I try to like look at different things so I can build my own style. Like, yeah. But yeah, obviously my main inspiration is Kim Jong Il. Kim Jong Il inspired me to see how they reflect on your style. Oh yeah, thank you. Yeah, I'm glad you can see that. I'm sorry, it's not that I can't read, but I'm not wearing my glasses, so the chat is a little bit far away. So I have a hard time reading. But I can read, promise. But I was curious the other day. I was wondering, are you guys also drawing, or you're just interested in like watching someone draw? I don't know. Because I was like, okay, I'm drawing in front of maybe people who draw better than me. And yeah. And yeah, last time I went live wasn't very good. I mean, the end result wasn't that good. Yeah, I was wondering, maybe I was being ridiculous in front of people. No. Do you do digital art? Yeah, sometimes. Uh, do you plan on doing critiques one day on your stream? What do you mean critiques on my own work or someone else's? Because if it's someone else's work, I mean, I don't know if I would be the best person to do that. I mean, who am I? Just a random guy drawing with gloves on. So uh, I don't know about the archive. Like others' work, like people who want it. Huh. Good question. I got asked actually yesterday or today, I don't remember, to review someone's DMs. In DMs, in my DMs, I mean, like to review someone's art. I don't do it all the time, but yeah, I was talking with the guy. Um, I've been talking with the guy a while now, so I was like, yeah, okay. And I gave him some advice, but I don't know. I didn't feel like I was the good person to do it. I mean, I'm still learning every day. You know, making a lot of mistakes. So maybe my advice from today won't be the same tomorrow. Like I will draw a lot and learn, improve, and realize that what I was doing wasn't good enough. I don't know if I can give. I'm the right person to give advice yet. Actually, it's calming. Whenever I want to draw, like I have to create a masterpiece or I ruin my sketchbook. But watching your stream makes me want to draw along. Oh, okay, cool, cool. Yeah, I was the same. Like because I used to draw in sketchbooks too, and then I stopped for bigger papers, and then I went back to this one. Uh, One of the main reason being like the lockdown. I couldn't go like buy those papers, which are twice as big as this one. So yeah, now I'm drawing on this paper, but yeah, I used to draw on sketchbooks, and funny thing is that yeah, at the beginning I didn't want to draw in the sketchbook so I don't ruin it. So I drew on you know separate papers just so I didn't ruin my sketchbook. But eventually I didn't care because yeah, I learned how to embrace my mistakes and yeah, kind of learn from them. The more mistakes I make, the more I learn. So I was kind of okay with making mistakes. I mean, it helps actually because I was really mad at the beginning when I couldn't draw something. But now I'm just okay. Yeah, doesn't really matter unless I'm doing it on live stream, like last time. Yeah, it was really hard. But I think the problem was I like almost barely didn't sleep. So I mean, I barely slept last time I went on stream. So yeah, I'm not trying to make excuses because sometimes there are days you're pretty off and you can't really draw. But maybe that was one of those days, but not really good result. What else do you do apart from drawing? Oh man, eating. Yeah, I like eating a lot. Yeah, but yeah, I'm a graphic designer, so that's what I currently do for a living. Hopefully not for too long, but yeah, that's what I do. I think for you to give advice, it's a way to pass on knowledge. Yeah, that they might need. Yeah, for sure, for sure. I mean, yeah, I just use my own experience, but I don't want to because I don't care if I'm wrong and if it's I don't know if it only if it's bad. If I give a bad advice to myself, I don't really care. It's experience. But if I give a bad advice to someone else, I would feel guilty. I don't think you should be too worried about giving advice. Yeah, okay, thank you. Yeah, I'll think about that. Okay, I kind of managed to make like this arm look okay. And I think that's what I was saying last time. Someone asked me about the foreshortened arms and everything. You can't really go wrong as long as you scale it down. You know, put up have the end, which is this side, and then it goes deeper. So this is about the size of the end, and this is almost the size of this when it shouldn't be, but it's okay because um it's just like thing with the view and the point of view. It doesn't really exist. So there's no actual rule, on how much you should scale down. There are rules if you want to achieve a certain effect, like a fisheye or anything, but it's just, the end is on the front and everything is in the back. I mean, yeah, as long as, yeah, the end is bigger than the head and it's bigger than this and this, I think you cannot be really wrong. Can't really be wrong, yeah. Um, why don't you want to be a graphic designer long term? And what do you aim to do? Graphic design is fine, but I mean, for me, yeah, I mean, yeah, uh, knowing how to deal with all those tools is really cool, but doing it for someone else is pretty frustrating because, yeah, it might sound a little bit cocky, but I don't like when I do something and I like it, and the client is like, yeah, but I don't really like it, and sometimes they want to change everything, and it looks like really bad. I'm like, okay, so I'm doing this, and I'm not proud of it at all, and this kind of pisses me. So yeah, that's why I don't want to do it long term. Practice perspective feels like there is a lot to learn, a lot of mistakes to be made. Yeah, for sure, a lot of mistakes to be made. Yeah, honestly, it sounds a little bit boring when I say that all the time, but yeah, I kind of learn from my mistakes, basically. Kind of brute forcing. It makes sense, but yeah, I make mistakes. I learn from them. I get frustrated, and I try again and again, and eventually it becomes better. At the end of the stream, I can show you a few um, drawings I made a few years ago when I started drawing like this. And you will see it doesn't come overnight. Just a long and chill journey that you have to enjoy. Yeah, I understand. Yeah, want to learn, it comes making mistakes and fixing them. Yeah, that's what we're gonna do today, guys. We're gonna fix mistakes because I didn't warm up. And to be honest, I didn't really have a good reason not to warm up. But I knew I was about to draw like 2 hours today with the stream, so 2 hours a day is my go-to. Like, like, yeah, I don't know, kind of the perfect time because when I go like higher than over 2 hours, I start lacking um, concentration. Yeah, I cannot focus. I cannot really focus when I draw for more than 2 hours. I have to like stand up and I don't know, change randomly change music or anything. Need to work on that. To be honest, you can see. I don't know what I'm gonna do with this second arm yet. drawing here and there. Okay, kind of have an idea. Do you plan to showcase your sketchbook? It'd be cool to see. Yeah, but these are pretty old ones. I mean, yeah, I can show you a few of my sketchbooks, but there are also a lot of drawings that I did on paper in 2018. Yeah, I think yeah, from about 2 years ago exactly. I started drawing on paper, and I don't have them here because I moved recently and I didn't pick them up. Pick them up, by the way. And yeah, see, I was used to draw on bigger papers, so here, for example, there's no room for his legs or anything, so I'm gonna have to draw other characters around to fill up the paper. Yeah, that's one of the reasons why I didn't draw in sketchbooks anymore because I wasn't good at planning, where everything was going to be. So I needed a lot of extra room, so I was sure everything was in the drawing. Hey, Matthias Rodriguez, how are you? When I draw something big with details, the drawing becomes undistinguishable. Like when others see uh, what it isn't really clear that what is in the phone. Do I fix this? That's a good one. I'm actually working on this. Yeah. I mean, are you talking about the details or what's in the foreground and in the background? If you are telling me that your details are a little bit slopey and you can't really understand what's going on, maybe you should put less. And for the foreground, I think it's a matter of scale. Sometimes in my drawings, when I draw several characters, I feel like some of them look like they're just, put there. And even if they're smaller, because of the scale, they look like they're just off, I don't know if you can see what I mean. The overall drawing isn't clear what's in the front. Oh, maybe I need to see, to be able to give a proper answer. But I would say, yeah, maybe less details, and maybe you need to let it breathe. Uh, let some parts breathe. Um, add a lot of details in some spots, and then nothing in other ones. Yeah, to make it balance. Uh, the black and white balance. Yeah, if it makes sense. But yeah, it's funny that I'm telling this you when I'm like all the time struggling with not putting too much. Yeah. The only thing that prevents me from putting too much details is that at some point I'm just tired of drawing, so I just want to finish the drawing. Um, if you notice, I like drawing the end in this position. In this position, I don't know why. Oops. Here, the I think it's gonna be a little bit too big because I want it to be um behind him. So here it's a little bit too big, so I'm gonna have to fix this. That's what I was saying last time. Uh, you have to be aware of what you're doing so you can fix your mistakes before it's too late. Yeah, tries to fix this. I think it's kind of okay. But the thing is that the angle isn't very good. I mean, I could have done better for the angle. No, I think it's okay. Oh, um, have you studied this type of clothing before? I need to study clothing more. Yeah, no, I didn't really study them. That's why I do the same thing most of the time. But my main reference for that is Akira. I don't know if you know it. Yeah, kind of as you know, 80s vibe, but future from the 80s, kind of like cyberpunk, kind of, but you know, from the 80s. I really like it. Um, how do you keep the proportion uh, of the body and drawing them in perspective? I'm just trying to scale it down. I'm using what I already drew as a reference, so I can uh, scale down. Enough. You know, for example, that's what I was saying earlier. This is see, for example, here, uh, it's almost as thick as it is here, so it's not really good, but you can say it's okay because the sorry, let's say that not the background, but the opposite of the background, foreground. Yeah, sorry for my English. Yeah, Akira was fire. Yeah. Yeah, so foreground is the most important. And then I scale it down. And at some point it's just everything at the same scale, you know. I don't have to scale it down again unless if I want to. But I feel like if I would have scaled the end down too much, you would have lost interest. Oh yeah. Yes, girls fire. Yeah. Um I have a hard time drawing in extreme high or low angle when drawing figures that reference in perspective. Yeah, foreground. Thank you. um, and yeah, extremist angle are pretty hard, but for me, the key has been I'm not an expert yet, but the key has been to like trick my brain into like knowing that I don't have to draw everything because it's actually like the brain that will draw the parts that you can see in your mind. No, you don't have to see everything to be able to understand a drawing. For example, here you don't see the shoulder, you don't see even here. You know, I kind of forced into drawing the elbow, even if I didn't really had to, because yeah, you can guess. Have you watched Rick and Morty? No, no, no. I've watched a few episodes, and Yeah, I didn't stick to it, to be honest. Maybe I should watch more. Uh, I mean, it was fun, but I didn't enjoy it that much. But this is supposed to be his bag lying behind him, and I really, really wanted to draw it, so you know it's a bag, but maybe it's pointless, because uh, if he's going this way, the bag should be around here, and maybe you don't have to see the bag behind him, and maybe I can like put it like way behind, but it wouldn't make sense because if it's not like flying like this, the bag would be maybe, I don't know, on the floor. I'm gonna leave it like this for now and maybe draw something behind. But yeah, I'll have to draw the bag now. And that's yeah, one kind of mistakes I used to do. Like trying to draw everything when the brain can do most of the job. Like creating something that you cannot really see. And yeah, so the brain is like one of your biggest ally actually when you draw. I mean, he's my one of my biggest ally at least. Maybe not be a check to of your channel. Oh, I need to check it out too. What do you do? I think I said this last time. But honestly, since I was a kid too, Jungi is a huge inspiration of mine. Oh, okay. Sorry. Yeah, yeah. Maybe you said this, but I didn't check last time. I'm sorry. Uh, you come up with a logo. It looks so cool. Oh, thank you. I don't know. I was just drawing on paper, and it was a paper, with the squares. Yeah, I don't know how it came out. I can show you like the first time I drew it because I have it here. I'm gonna show you at the end. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I remember we talked about drawing Sperani. Hope it's still the case for you, because it is for me. Yeah, so I'm gonna add another character. So I just need to remember that I don't have to like um break the scale, kind of. Yeah, make it. I don't have to make it too off scale, if it makes sense. So this. Um, Oh, I forgot. I wanted to draw a girl. Maybe always have a hard time drawing caps. Because there are a few clues that I don't have. Like this is a little bit short here. Yeah, let's give him a mustache. Here and there. Okay, for here, I would like to like raise his arm here. So I have to decide what are the parts that um, I will not show. So obviously there will be a hand here, for example. I try to draw the knuckles uh, as early as I can when I'm drawing a hand because it helps me like breaking down. So I can have like the right proportions. Finger, I don't really draw it. I don't have to show it. So when it's like this, um, I want the elbow to be in this direction, but not too far, so it doesn't look like weird. So the distance between the shoulder, that would be like around here, isn't too weird. So here, maybe here. That's yeah. So I draw the elbow, and then I cannot be wrong. If the elbow is okay, like if the elbow is in the right spot, then it's okay. I can draw like the forearm the way I want. I'm gonna give him a thick one, maybe a little bit too thick, but it's okay. Yeah, that, that's way too thick, but that just means I'm gonna have to give him like a thick arm too. So shoulder should be around here. Um, what is he wearing, by the way? It's unhealthy to draw too much. I've been drawing since I was a kid, but nowadays I spend a lot of time. Like the past 5 days, I drew every day for 10 hours, and something happened. My wrist and forearm. Really? 10 hours a day? Yeah, man, that's a lot. That's a lot. My hand muscles hurt. The one attached to the thumb hurts like hell. Really? Or maybe you're pressing your pen too hard. I don't know. Yeah, 10 hours a day is a lot. Oops. Yeah, the muscle here got this shape, and yeah, that's basically it for the arm. Yeah, kind of weird. No, I think it's okay. Throat, and on the other side, I'm gonna try to give him the same position on the other side, so it makes a little bit more sense. And here was about to be like a little bit too, I don't know, um, too much in front of him. Here, thumb. Once again, I don't have to show everything, so eventually it will make sense. Maybe not. I don't know, but yeah, I don't have to show that much more. His finger, maybe, and yeah, that's what we were talking about. About the details and everything. Um, Sometimes you just want to like accept not to put too much, not to show too much, so your drawing still makes sense. Um, gonna be bent a little bit. Where's his back? Going like this, and here you can't really see what's happening. So I'm gonna try to put uh, as few details as I can, so it doesn't get too much confusing. So just a blank T-shirt. Do you think you can still draw normally if you get one of those arm strap thing to help your wrist? I don't know what it is. Do you have any thoughts on social media? I personally don't like using Instagram, but I feel it's good to just post something now and then for exposure purpose. Yeah, I think it depends on how you use it. Like if you're too much concerned by the numbers, um, I think eventually you're gonna get depressed or just ending up doing everything. I mean, doing like everybody does, which can maybe, I don't know, maybe is a good thing. But if you don't like what you're doing and you're just looking for likes and subscribers, I mean, eventually you're gonna get discouraged and give up. That's my opinion. Maybe I'm wrong, but um, it's useful for networking too. Yeah, just make sure you did art only. Yeah, exactly. I mean, most of you discovered me through Instagram, so yeah, I think it's a good thing, but can also be like badly used. I think the thing that helped me is like after I drew and posted every day for like a year in 2018, I stopped posting on my main account and I created another one. And I was getting better, obviously, because I kept drawing, so I was improving, but I don't know. I barely liked. Barely reached. I don't know, 70 subscribers, followers. So I don't know. It kind of humbled me down, just to focus on yeah, improving myself. Um, some people say I have less followers, but I just post it when I feel like it. I've been very low for years, so I honestly don't care. Yeah, you don't have to care. I mean, maybe it can be useful for someone and not for you, but you shouldn't let Instagram judge what's good and what's not. That's how I take it. Look at that. I mean, it's online. I'm more open to like right now, but I'm bad at networking if I have to do it for my business. Yeah, I'm bad at networking too. Yeah, yeah. I mean, you have to find like the good balance, obviously. And okay, here I wasn't focused, and the glasses are way too big. If I draw like a girl here, her head would be a bit too big, so I'm gonna have to fix this because I don't want the glasses to be too big and make me draw like the head too big too. Uh, what is your approach? Draw uh, to expand your visual library, clothing, and those weird design that looks so cool. Did you observe, understand object or the real life, or did you go feature from artists? Um, a mix of both, I would say. Um, yeah, I observed artists that did that, tried to learn from them, and yeah, working from imagination helps me a lot build my own visual library because it feels like you're on your own and you have to learn and improve. And feel it's like learning a new language, if it makes sense. Like you learn a few words, and the more you learn, the more words you know. Is it English? Yeah, the more words you know, uh, the more sentences you can make, and that's how I see the visual library. But I don't know. For me, like visual library isn't an object; is um, a few processes. Makes sense. Like knowing how to draw something, and then the same thing from a different point of view, and yeah, etc. And eventually, you know how to draw pretty much. Not everything, obviously, but a lot of things that you can twist as you want, you know. And that's how you build your visual library. What kind of pizza do you like? I used to like pizzas like, you know, with a lot of cheese or a lot of things on it. But I realized that if you go for like the classic one, margarita one, that's how you know if the pizza is good. So yeah, I don't know. Sounds kind of lame. I was always making fun of people who ate margaritas, and now yeah, that's just my go-to. And yeah, be honest, I know this is kind of an unpopular idea, but yeah, I didn't have any problem with a few pineapple on my pizzas, to be honest. Currently, my thinking of it, how many objects you have studied? like Jungie says. You can draw a bicycle. You can draw a motorcycle. Yeah, true. I feel like it. I mean, now it makes sense to me because, yeah, when I draw, like the mechanical stuff, I could draw less, but I can add more. And I think it's the same with the bike. It's like roughly the same shape of a bicycle, and then you add, mechanical parts, and eventually it looks like a. Honestly, I don't know why I did that because drawing people from above is like the most complicated for me. Yeah. Um, yeah, I feel like I'm building my visual library through drawing without reference, or at least trying to visualize what I've just seen. Like, if I want to reproduce something, I try to look at it and then stop looking at it and start drawing rather than just reproducing every lines because it doesn't break it down and you never learn the process. I feel like I have to build my own process so I can understand things. He's insane, yeah. Tom Fox is yeah, Tom Fox is very good. He's incredible. And yeah, he also draws without, underline. And I think he studied anatomy a lot because he can basically like draw everything in the angle. Oh man, that makes so much sense. Yeah, what the library? No, it made me upset. What made you upset? You understand it a little bit more now. Okay, cool. Yeah, it just comes from practice. I mean, that's one of the example I give the most. Like, what a hand looks like, because and I'm sure you can like guess you're touching a hand with your closed eyes. But when it comes to drawing it, like totally different, unless you drew it already and you have a special process for that. But if you don't have a special process, I don't know, it might be complicated unless you're a genius. Is he shutting down his channel? Really? How do you know that? When did he say that? Oops. Really like the shape here. But here now. I wish so bad I had a real skill. I don't know. Study. But these things are not common in my country. Sometimes, so it's weird. Oh, where are you from? His channel is still up, but he removed all the videos. Okay. I think he has a Patreon, and maybe that's why he stopped um, posting videos. I don't know. That's what he did at some point. He just recently came back to Instagram, but he stopped being there. So I don't know. And I think he's a storyboard artist. Maybe he had too much work. I really don't know. But it's too bad, yeah, if he removes his videos. Like I remember when I started Instagram, like I think I first posted in oh, it's funny because it's like yeah, almost 3 years ago today. It was like end of April 2017, I think. And I used to like save a lot of posts, from artists I like. And yeah, Tom Fox was the one I was saving the most. And it's funny, sometimes to go back to the post I saved and see that things that I would never be able to do now I can do them. Read the chat. I live these vids actually. I'm from India, and yeah, we've done all these. No, but a lot of them are still on Instagram. I think this Instagram content is different. Okay. Oh, from India. I've been to India. It was really cool. Battery and stuff is different. Okay. I didn't check it, to be honest. I don't know. Apparently, Jungi thought in China he wishes to teach. I wish we could see those lectures. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, but soon enough, hopefully, and things will slowly go back to normal. Good. Here. Hmm. I don't know if it's like spot for the boob. I don't think so. Oh yeah, no, it's okay. I think it's okay. The other one is like smaller. It's smaller. Yeah. How long have I been streaming now? More than an hour. Okay. Uh, I wish he had, of course, yeah. Like from the fundamentals. Dude, super earning costs. It's expensive. Oops. Really wanted to make tutorials videos, but definitely broke off. Jungi just likes to draw. Yeah, same. But he's been a teacher too, so I think he knows how to do it. But yeah, probably prefers like just drawing and chill, like you. catch up on the chat. I saw on Instagram that you have Kim Jong Gi stuff. How do you study those books? You copy the drawings, did the drawing, try to produce. Yeah. Um, I mostly try to visualize and reproduce. Or sometimes I draw one character and then I try to implement with a something that I would add around and make a drawing of it. That's how I actually started drawing, big drawings with multiple characters, like by observing and then adding characters here and there. Really helps to break down his drawing. Yeah, true, true. Heard from some people studied under Cipriani that Yun is a really better teacher. Maybe Jungi just can't explain it because it's beyond intuitive for him. Can put it on words explaining. Yeah, perspective, the figure. You can see how he thinks. Okay, interesting for the Cipriani part. Yeah, I mean, it just comes naturally to him. Can understand it's pretty hard to explain properly because you have to break down what happens in your mind, what happens, and like you're not even really conscious. I mean, you don't even do it consciously, It can be hard to. But yeah, from the books, you can like clearly see uh, what was going on in his mind. I mean, a little bit better, but I like watching videos of him drawing too. I mean, I used to do it a lot before, so I couldn't, understand how to start, or and it didn't really help me actually, but it gave me a few clues, and then eventually I, yeah, discovered how to do it myself. Yeah, build my own process. I think honestly, like that's one of the most important thing, building a process. So it can be something you learn from someone else or something you learn yourself. It depends on what you're the most comfortable with. But yeah, building a process. Like for the ends, now because I still have a hard time drawing ends, I try to go for the knuckles. That's why you often have, these kind of pads on the gloves I draw because it's easier for me to visualize the knuckles. And maybe at some point when I will get better, I'll just stop drawing them. Now I still need them. I don't know if those boobs are correctly placed. Huh. I think it's okay. Too late anyway. Hmm. Recently, I've been trying to study about eidetic memory. Currently, when we're kids, uh, there's something about whether we choose to learn normally or not at all. It rewires your brain and it changes the way you think or remember. Okay. I didn't really get everything from that. Can you explain a little bit more? What you call eidetic memory? It's basically like we are trained a certain way to help our brain to learn things. But because of this, we grow up a certain way. But for some people, they just refuse to learn that way for some reason. Okay, okay, I get it. Yeah, I think it's not. Yeah, there's nothing universal. Like 7 billions on the planet, so I'm not surprised some people cannot learn like most of us, of, or most people can. Yeah, I'm sure this book should have been there. The other one here. Let's pretend we didn't see anything. So their brain learn remember things differently. So they become after that because of this condition. Okay, that's something that happens by accident. You're a kid, it's out of our control. Basically, artists like in a wheelchair, Art 7 basically. Okay, I get it now. Is it like an issue for those people sometimes when it's not related to thing they've been learning differently? Like they can be geniuses uh, in something and then be kind of struggling with the rest. I don't know. There are a lot of different conditions that seem cause good memory, but I'm trying to figure out a way to learn it. Yeah. What for? Like developing your visual library? Find the good angle for them. Oh, I'm gonna go back to it later. See here, that's something I was talking about before. Um, these two can be related, in the same drawing, but this one seems to be a little bit off because I kind of broke, the scale of the drawing. Here it's kind of flowing, and yeah, all of a sudden you have this guy here who is off angle and he's pretty close, but a little bit small at the same time. I don't know if you can see. What are your favorite things to draw? Um, good question. My favorite things to draw. Honestly, I think it's basically that, people flying because it's harder to draw people on the floor. because you have to think from the beginning where you start and where it's gonna finish. So, but I'm trying to learn to draw more people on the floor. They could be on the floor, those two actually. This one not, obviously. Yeah, people flying with this kind of outfit and smoke here and there and some mechanical parts. I think that's yeah, what I draw. What I like to draw the most. Stephen Wilshire, the boy born autistic. I'm not sure the exact name of the country. Yeah, autistic, I think. He has a hard time talking, communication, control, and this case, so they're observing it for. Oh yeah, I see who you're talking about. Isn't it a guy who like flew over a city in an helicopter and then drew it on a giant wall right after he saw it? Yeah, I think this is a kind of autism. If we're talking about the same guy. Yeah, him. Okay. Yeah, you're right. I think it's kind of autism. Um, what else can I add? I'm gonna try to add someone here so I can make him look like he's not too off. Mm, yeah, I'm gonna try to get this angle. Someone stepping here, so it will just look like he was jumping or something. Let's try this. So yeah, that's the point where I might fuck up. So yeah, ready. He drew New York after observing it in like 20 minutes, basically. He has an amazing memory. I wish scientists would study more of this topic. Yeah, feels like it's still so obscure, you know. We can go on the moon, but we don't really understand our brain, how it works, and why it does certain things. Funny. Okay, sure of what I'm doing. I usually don't draw characters like facing, you know. I always draw them on the side because I don't like, symmetric things. I mean, not that I don't like, but it's like more complicated for me to. draw the same thing twice. So when it's not facing, I have a good reason not to draw them like exactly the same. I'm just drawing with my left hand because my right hand hurts. uh, you're very brave, my friend, because yeah, it's like so weird to draw with my left hand. Like I know what I have to do, but it simply won't do what I want it to do. Oh, okay. This is bad. Okay. So because um the neck is way too long here. So there's no reason to like continue this way. I'm gonna like offset her on the side like this and try to make it look like she's skating on the side, like sideways. Could have been worse. It's very interesting. It's like I still have the knowledge, like proportion I know from years of drawing, but my fingers just want to dance. Yeah, same, same here. Yeah, I don't really like the face she has, but forget it. Forget that. Nice. I made some orange juice. Enjoy it. Enjoy it. I don't know what time it is where you are, but here it's like 6:30. Um, I don't know. I feel like it's a good time to draw here, obviously, but I don't know about you. Damn it, now I'm hungry. Like basically, that sounds nice. Okay, cool. Okay, 9 p.m. here. Oh, really? Exactly 9 p.m. Okay. Yeah, it's really hard to figure out like a good time to do something like that. But luckily, you can like rewatch it if you want to. So, You guys see? Yeah. Yeah, I'm so mad for the ad. The face I gave her. Because I like the pose, but I don't really like the face. 10 p.m. here. Oh, it's a little bit late. Maybe I should start earlier. Like maybe 2 hours earlier. Because it would be like 3 p.m. for me. And yeah, didn't change much because it's Sunday. Go with two wires crossing each other. Could go with like more than two wires most of the time, but would just like be a bit too messy. I just go like this. Stop. Because I know I'm gonna add a lot of things later. So yeah, when I feel it like this, I don't know. I'm just filling it up, without really thinking of the elements. Because once again, it doesn't exist, so I can draw whatever I want. And you have any pets? I don't have any pets, but I would like to have a dog one day, maybe. But I don't know, like having a dog and doing like a live stream, having the dog barking around wouldn't be that nice. I don't know. You have pigeon. Oh, you have pigeons, really? 12:30 here. Where do you live? Lemon Pea. Let them nest and lay eggs. Or sleep schedule is less that we can start whenever you want. Yeah, that's a good point. I'm used to work from home, so mine wasn't that much fucked up, to be honest. At some point it was, but then I was just too tired and went back to normal. But the mother pigeon, I have a specific exercises to recommend to improve the visualization, the observation. Have you? Okay. Like a routine or something. When you began the adventure, what did you first do? Imagine you sleep at 3 a.m. Yeah, that's bad. Um, an exercise for visualization. I don't know. I don't think I had like the proper way to do it when I started, to be honest. So now maybe I would recommend to observe and then try to redraw. But like observe, close your eyes. I mean, hide what you were observing and then try to redraw it. So you can like um, find the way your brain figures out or yeah, figures out things. It makes sense how your brain will translate what you see on the paper, like kind of the language of your brain. And once you learn it, um, I feel like you'll be able to yeah, to visualize more efficiently. It makes sense. Like you have to know how your brain learns. Makes sense. And yeah, you have to experiment with that. Uh, I don't know if it makes sense, but for example, you want to draw a hand once again. Just observe your hand, and then you just draw what you saw. And from the mistakes you make, you will know where you have to um, focus your attention, and then eventually um, you will know how to do it, like without thinking about it, without thinking of the real model, but you will think about the process you learned. Kim Jong Un mentioned before that if you rotate and change the angle of the subject, you'll really understand how it is. Yeah, yeah. That's how that's why you need to, like, if you want to draw from imagination, at least you have to be able to reproduce it without looking at it, because once you learn the process, you can like just tweak a few elements of the process and then draw it like in a different way without needing to have it in front of your eyes. I don't know if it's um important to enjoy drawing. So there was a phase where I didn't enjoy that much. I would just practice fundamentals. It became boring quickly. Important to be creative. Yeah, true. Very true. Keep the boredom away. Obviously, enjoying what you draw will help a lot. So yeah, if you feel like you don't have any idea, you can just go and reproduce um what you've seen, what you like. And yeah, you can even take a break, Well, it always feels good. Like try to do something else. If you have another patient, hobby or patient, I don't know. I mean, that's what I do. But then he also says stuff like create 5 mini and he flies them around that on what he wants to. And I go, okay, dude. Yeah, yeah. I think I heard when he said that. Wasn't it like in the Proco interview? Yeah, it's like so annoying when he says things like that because he just looks like he's not a human being. Okay, here I'm trying to like draw this in a different angle. So it doesn't have to be perfectly the same, but just I'm trying to uh, keep it at the same, scale at least. That's the most important. The rest, the brain will do the rest. But here I just have to place the elements and not make them too big because here it's starting to be a little bit too big. So yeah, Proco video. I can't believe it does that. Yeah, I don't know. My ultimate goal is in life just to go freely without worrying. Yeah, same. I'm gonna contact Alex Jones Or he has a theory about being an dimensional alien outer space. Yeah, just need to figure out his goal or his mission. Maybe his mission was just to inspire us, drawing more and achieving something that regular human beings cannot achieve. Dude, he's not an alien or anything. He started drawing when he was 6. Uh, would draw all the time. He's now 45 years old. And started about 12, 4 years versus 29, 39. Yeah, obviously. But it's funny because I don't know. I've seen a few drawings from him from I don't know 30 years ago, and he still managed to progress a lot. But I'm sure it didn't come overnight, and we just see like the final form of it right now. But if we break it down, we're gonna see like it's still improved nowadays. So yeah, you're right. He's not an alien. Just comes over time. But still, it's like yeah, really impressing. Damn, I just finished. Okay, about this guy. Give him legs. Okay. Next time, my mission will be to like have a proper mic and put some music. I think. I don't know, but yeah, I think I would like to put some music in the background. Um, doesn't your pen slip from your hands wearing gloves? At the beginning, yes, but now I don't know. I think I'm used to it. It doesn't slip that much. Doesn't slip that much. And why you don't want to be recognized by others? I don't know. I don't really know because I feel like I was kind of scared of showing my drawings at the beginning, and now I just feel good like it, because I don't like being complimented by my friends, because I don't know if they like what I do or if they're just being kind. So yeah, I give more credit when I get complimented by you guys, for example, because I mean you don't have to be kind to me. You don't care. I mean, not that you don't care, but yeah, you don't have to be kind. So if it's bad, you're just gonna say it's bad. And that's why I didn't want my friends to know. And yeah, now that I started like this, I'm like, yeah, why not? And how did you do mechanical stuff? Come with funny design. I really love it. Did you study mechanical objects? Just draw from artists. I drew from artists and then from my own designs. You know, yeah, just trained. Okay, how long is it? Okay. Um, I'm gonna show you a few of my old drawings at the end. Yeah, it's been a long way, a long ride, to be honest. Like it didn't really come overnight, so we'll see. Just yeah, learn from my mistakes once again. So here, I'll, oh, I think it's too short here. As I drew the arm, her arm here, I have to fold his leg. So maybe it's too short, so maybe like this. Mm, yeah, just touch here and there. Here we go. Problem solution. So chat. Um, um yeah, yeah. Microphone was good. Oh, thank you, thank you. Um, drawing since I was 4, 5, and 20. Don't get me wrong. I never stop drawing because I love it. I'm just trying to figure out what it does is actually achievable. Pure practice, yeah. Okay. Dongi posted something. Yes. Forward to it. Yeah, me too. I'm gonna check it out later. I'm drawing something a little bit different from the shoes I made here. We'll see. And yeah, tell me if you want to see like some of my old drawings at the end. A few of them. I don't want to be I don't want it to be too long, like talking about my old drawings because I just drew them thinking it was the best I could do, just like I'm doing right now. It is really funny to go back to my old drawings and see where I came from. Makes sense. What am I doing? You guys see? Yeah. The chat again. Um, uh, your old drawings. Okay. Are you alone in the house? Yeah, I'm alone. Actually, stopped drawing. Get back. Started. Your experience. Um, I just started drawing live because of quarantine, I think. But I didn't stop drawing before. Yes, you want to see. Okay. That'd be cool to see your old drawings. You mentioned before. sketchbooks. General. Yeah, yeah. I'm gonna show you my sketchbooks. I just need to finish this. Oh yeah, yeah. I was. Well, the mechanical design. I don't really know what I'm doing. Just add parts and try to balance the mess. And when I don't know what to add, I just like add lines to be, because it doesn't have to be something that would work. Just want to fill it up. I don't want to know if it's like, I don't know. It has to make sense a little bit, but not that much. But yeah, it's too quiet. Next time I'm gonna have a playlist, of non-copyrighted musics. It's not gonna be too quiet. Um, hmm. Uh, when you spot a mistake, how do you fix it? You draw the same thing again until you're right. Yeah, basically. I think there are a few things that I drew a lot, and from that I can like implement and twist it and tweak it. Um, yeah, and for the mistakes, I just try to take my time and notice them before it's too late. Yeah, and if it's too late, I just add a patch like most of the time. But here, for example, it's not like something I missed, but here, if you remember, the ankle was there. I drew a few strokes here. I don't know if you guys can see. And then I thought it was too short because the ankle was here. The calf, sorry, the calf was here, and the ankle couldn't be there. So I extended here, extended it here, and closed it here, and then added a few patches just to hide this. But sometimes the mistakes are too big, and just either leave it or just start again without breaks. Doesn't your hand hurt? No, my hand doesn't hurt actually. I never drew until my hand hurts. Only my brain hurts when I draw for too long. Like, I think I can draw for like 3 hours without a break, but after that, I'm just, yeah, going mad. As I told you before, I have to stand up or, do random useless stuff. But apart from that, no, I'm good when I draw a lot. It hurts when I draw for a long time. Your time, man. Life is so good. Golden tips here. Oh, thank you. Um, might have a Apple tenant problem. Yeah, I don't know. How's everybody doing? How are you, Infinite? Me too. What's the best benefit of drawing, in my opinion? I don't know. Putting on paper what's in my mind. I mean, I feel like in my mind, in our mind, we think in images, and words are just the expression of images. And I don't know. I feel like drawing is just another language because I don't know if I tell you about a table. What you do, you don't imagine the word table. You don't spell it in your brain. You just see the image, and that's why I feel like it's so powerful to be able to draw what you want to draw because, like, you directly speak to the brain. That's how I see things. How do you improve line quality with just drawing? Or do you do circles and line? Press it over. I don't know. Um, it's not perfect. It's pretty shaky, and I like it like that. Maybe it's just about confidence, I guess, in the stroke. Maybe that's what makes you think that the line is good, but it's actually not that straight. Yeah, I don't know. It can add kind of like some vibrance into the stroke. So I like when it's not perfectly straight. Yeah. Oops, I don't like what I did with the smoke. Like when it's like straight like this, because it seems like it's going, I don't know, faster. Wondering, studied a lot of perspective. Can you just eyeball it because that I kind of improvise without ever getting into the dry theoretical stuff. I think I started being able to eyeball it, to be honest. Like, for example, at the beginning, you want to hear infinite, but inf- infinite, yeah, infinite. Let's say infinite, if you're okay with it. Yeah, I just started drawing this, and I had actually no idea of what I was about to do, and then just scaled. I knew I wanted to like have a hand in the foreground and then something in the background, but I didn't really know what it was. Sorry. And yeah, I think I just eyeballed it. Like here, for example, it wasn't. I tried to scale everything down, and I drew this guy before her, and he was kind of off, the grid of the scale because I can create my own scale and make it as I want, but I have to respect it. And he was kind of off the grid compared to this one. Here, for example, the flow is pretty cool because they seem to be close to each other. And she, I mean, you know, she's a little bit smaller just because she's a little bit far away from here. And this guy is, I don't know, it feels like he's like randomly placed. But I feel like thanks to this girl, he seems to be like between her and her, and kind of a little bit too big, but not too big. So I don't know. I don't know what you think about it, but yeah. So I kind of eyeball it, and that's why it's not perfect yet. It's, yeah, a little bit shaky. Hmm. I've studied perspective theory, but I'm not able to draw extreme top view or bottom view without reference. Yeah, it's pretty hard. Myself cube helped me a lot understanding perspective. Yeah, good idea. I mean, over a long time, right now, you're always making really cool perspective stuff. So I was wondering, you spent tons of time just learning perspective, or it's always been improvised. I think it's mostly improvised, but recently I've been drawing figures. I think you were there last time when I showed the figures. I try to improve to draw them every day so I can See if it makes if you see if it makes a difference or if it's not useful for me, you know. Yeah, just waiting to see the result of this experiment. I'm just gonna do it for a month because I tried to record it and yeah, it's pretty annoying because I have to set everything up. I can't like just go and draw, and it takes me about yeah. I think I improved a little bit because it took me about 1 hour and 40 minutes at the beginning to draw uh 40 figures. I think because I draw 10 male from under below, 10 from above, and same for women body. So 40, and it took me 1 hour and 40 minutes. Now it takes me 1 hour and 20 minutes. So it's not a big achievement, but yeah, we can see some changes. Yes. I'm glad I'm not doing this for nothing, but I don't know if I'm gonna do it for a month. Yeah, you were there last time. You color your drawings? Not really, not really, because I'm not very good at coloring. But um, I was planning on starting doing some watercolor. I don't know if it's an idea I got for because of the lockdown or I'm really gonna do it, but yeah. So yeah, maybe watercolor, but I'm very bad at drawing. I mean, at coloring. So how long has it been? 2 hours and 8 minutes. I think we're gonna stop there and yeah, kind of talk a little bit, show you my old drawings. And I don't know if I'm gonna post it like that or add a few characters just to fill the blanks. I don't know. I would like to fill the blanks to be honest. Um, I have to go now. It's 1 a.m. here. Oh, really? I really enjoyed the stream. I'll watch the rest in. Okay, there's some old drawings. Okay, I'm gonna show you some more old drawings. I'll just leave it there. Okay, I really wish the stream often. Yeah, yeah, I know. Yeah, but I'm gonna try to do it like once a week at least now. And I'll see later, but yeah, once a week. And yeah, I have a few ideas of videos that I could release, but yeah, one live stream a week at least. So I don't know if you saw that it's something I posted on my story. And here, February 2016. So it's been a while. I'm not gonna show you everything because in this book there were other stuffs. See, uh, that I wanted to see my improvement. So I drew it on the 27th of January of 2016, on the 28th, and the 30th. Obviously, there wasn't that much improvement, but I was, you know, kind of naive at the time, and I thought that I would improve um, fast because I drew like one simple characters, not even 3 days in a row. So yeah, but this wasn't a real sketchbook. It was like more of a draft sketchbook. Yeah, I improved a lot. Yeah, 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 yeah. That was funny. But yeah, okay. So this was in. I think I started this one in 2017, so it was a little bit better. Yeah, I used to draw with pencil at the time. Yeah, I don't know if it's 2017. And yeah, see, I used to draw with pencil and then um, add some lines with a pen. Gives motivation. How much did you draw every day? Not that much, to be honest. Until 2017, I was drawing maybe once every, I don't know, 3 to 4 days. Um, I think when I start this one, yeah, I never used brush pen before. I mostly used pencil. So I think I saw Kim Jong Il's videos. And it reminds me one of his characters, so I think it was inspired by him. Yeah, I see improvement. Yeah, thank you. I'm glad you see improvement. Yeah, same here. I think I was inspired by Kim Jong Il. Yeah, because I used to draw only. I didn't draw. I was only drawing on the right page because of the black strokes that would show behind. So this was made way before this one. See how I used to draw hands? Wasn't the same at all. Here I remember this one. Maybe I saw it again, like I don't know, 10 times, and doesn't look that good. See this hand? Okay. Doesn't really make sense with the rest of the body, but was the beginning. I don't know if you can see. Yeah, hands again. I really like drawing hands, even though I wasn't good at all. I don't know if it's in these sketchbooks, but there are a lot of hands. Like, uh, ah, there you go. I don't know if you guys can see properly. This one is so good. The red woman. Oh, really? This one you mean? She looks like she has a mustache. So yeah, hands. Um, hands again. I was trying to draw like perspective, but I wasn't good at all. And I think this is a symptom of someone who is impatient. You have the hand, two short fingers, uh, the head, which is this side, and then directly goes to the legs because I want to finish quick. And yeah, I had to learn patience. I think that helped me a lot. When your waiter says, like, of your French girl. Yeah, that's basically it. Yeah. So yeah, we're not gonna go too deep into it. We have to let some for next time. But I think in this sketchbook, you have the first drawing I posted on Instagram. I don't know if I show you now or not where it is. I think it's in this one. Oh yeah, okay. Okay, I'm gonna show you. Um, there you go. So this is the one, and I think it took me about 2 hours to get it right because I was too scared. And as you can see, like the stroke are pretty shaky, and I don't know if you can, but I can feel like the hesitation compared to this kind of stroke. I just go with the flow. And here, I don't go with the flow. Like I stop every time, and yeah, I try to be sure of what I'm doing. So this wasn't, yeah, I wasn't safe at all. And yeah, see, 2017, this was my original logo. And yeah, so yeah, here I tried a few times, didn't succeed. I was looking at one of Kim Jong-il's drawing, or at least this, and then the rest I created myself. So yeah, yeah, it took me, I think, more than 2 hours actually, more than 2 hours. It's super cool to see your own drawings and how much you improved. Such a man, drawing stuff. Yeah, thank you. I think brush pen make drawing. Yeah, true. Um, what is the exact date? This drawing with and I think it was April 2016, beginning of April, something like that. And yeah, to be honest, I think I was supposed to be in class and I didn't go. And to make myself feel less guilty, I decided to go to, the library and just draw. So I could say that I did something useful instead of going to class. Yeah. So yeah, guys, there you have it. A few of my old drawings. Um, feel free to ask. If you have any questions, we can. Yeah, we still have like 5 minutes. Then I'm gonna stop the stream. But yeah, once again, thank you for being there. Thank you for asking questions. Thank you for your interest. Thank you for, yeah, I don't know, looking to each other. I don't know. It feels like we're kind of I don't know, like a group, kind of, interested in the same thing. Pretty cool. By the way, are you in your university or dropped out of this? No, I'm working. I'm working as a freelancer, graphic designer, and I don't really like it. So hopefully, I'm gonna be able to make a living from drawing. Hopefully, soon. Uh, sure you'll be famous in the future. Oh, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, Conocasius. Conocasius. Um, yeah, I hope so. To be honest, and I'm gonna work for it. Hopefully, it will happen. So much question that bothered me. Yeah, I mean, yeah, I didn't want the live streams to be just me drawings, ignoring you. I like it like that. Maybe it's like slow or anything. I don't know, but at least yeah, we can talk. And yeah, when you ask questions, I don't know, it helps me, break down the process in my head. So it also helps me. So it's cool, very cool. Can you call me Arya? Narcassius Arya. Okay. If you want Arya, uh, inside join was a mistake. He's actually French. I was just joking around. Uh, yeah. What were you joking about? Peanuts? I think I didn't see the message. Peanut B, peanut butter. You won't be the second Jungi. You will be the first fully. Oh, thank you, thank you. yeah, well, I'm glad you enjoyed, guys. I'm gonna cut the stream, and yeah, hope you enjoyed, and see you next week, probably Sunday, um, because I think it's the best day. Maybe it's gonna be earlier. We'll see. I don't know yet. Mm, hmm. When I said draw me like one of your French girls, the mustache feature. Oh yeah. And I hope 1 year. So I'll be on your level. Yeah, I mean, yeah. As I said yesterday in one of my Instagram stories, try to draw every day. Push yourself to draw every day. Even if you don't post it on Instagram, at least try to do it for you. Like knowing that this will be, I mean, for me, it was like the most important thing in the day. So I had to like figure out a way to do it efficiently. Eventually, it was pretty sloppy at the beginning, but eventually I became more efficient. Yeah. Thank you for the stream. You're welcome, Connor Keshis, aka Arya. Please stream more often. Yeah, I will. Promise. At least once a week now. Thanks for the stream. Have a good day, man. You too. By the way, that intro, outro animation is super sleek. Thank you, thank you. Yeah, I'm a graphic designer, so I have to make it sleek. Yeah, and I'm preparing something like an animation saying like it's a live drawing session. Everything. You're gonna see it in the thumbnail of this drawing, and I need to finish it before. So yeah, drawing clears your mind. I'm happy for that. Okay, guys, it was a pleasure, and yeah, see you next week probably, and but yeah, you on Instagram also. Yeah, don't hesitate to DM me or anything. I answer to most of the messages, to be honest. Yeah, that at least catch up. The I hope. Oh, okay. For this stream. Okay. Bye, bye, guys. Have a good day. Stay safe, and drink water. Important.